So I want to talk about what I call heart-based logic. So it's kind of a multi-dimensional way of thinking. And heart-based logic is as opposed to linear logic. So it's combining the best of all parts of your brain. Calculating decisions based on heart logic, as I said, is a multi-dimensional way of thinking rather than linear way of thinking, doing it from just your head, because it actually bypasses what I call limiting programs that may have lodged in your subconscious mind. Now, your heart is connected to, I believe, your soul, your eternal self, and therefore you can tap into your extrasensory perceptions. It's also a more highly evolved part of your body-mind system that can look at issues and consider a much wider variety of consequences. So you may have been familiar with the book Blink, where Malcolm Gladwell studied the decision-making ability of people who can easily access something in the blink of an eye and be entirely accurate, such as whether or not a piece of art was a fake or not, or how to instantly make a decision so that you avoid being killed in battle. And so that's what I'm talking about here with heart-based logic. It does require consistency and dedication. And at one point, you actually feel this sort of massive shift over to heart-based logic, and it actually feels like, you know, a burden that is lifted off your body when you start to think from this place. Any practice you have that involves meditation helps you do that. Meditation doesn't only mean sitting like this in the lotus position for 18 hours, just watching your breathing with no thoughts going through your head. That's pretty hard. And I think that puts some people off meditation. But just to expand what I mean by that, I think it's really about reconnecting to your true self in the present moment. And that can be done by going on a walk in nature, being fully immersed in a project that feels totally in alignment and on purpose, standing at a stoplight, you could go into that space, right? And we go in and out of it during the day, but a lot of people are not in it very often, and you lose a lot of power when you're not in that space, right? The negative sabotaging thoughts and programs completely lose their power in the present moment. So that's a really important thing to remember. That's why everyone's always saying, get into the present moment, because every time we go into meditation, it's a process of slowly building a stronger connection with the true self and slowly uncovering the true nature of who you really are. And with that, all the higher capacities of true self that come with that, greater wisdom, genius levels of thinking, telepathy, intuitive knowing, powerful abilities to manifest what you want, ability to heal yourself and others. And in that sense, every time you take a moment, take a breath, meditate, focus your mind, you're building all that. And when you're not doing that, you're dissipating your power and your energy, and you become a victim of all kinds of things that undermining your power and capacity and happiness and fulfillment and income. Everything is at stake here. So there's a lot at stake with this. So how do you know when you're doing that? How do you know when you're in the present moment and focused? Well, anything you do or any thought you have that makes you happy and at peace usually means you're connecting to your true self. So think about anything in your life that makes you feel that way. You know, being out in nature, taking long, slow, deep breath, being with someone that you love, you know, playing a game often where you have to be totally present when you're playing a game. Therefore, when you're doing that, you transcend habitual limiting thoughts, beliefs, programs, emotions that keep you stuck and release you more into your more expansive self. And what's most important is the power of your focused attention. And I've used that metaphor before on holding a magnifying glass up to the sun to set a leaf on fire. And that's where your power lies, in that kind of focused attention.